Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Zero and Neuro on Frozen Temple. In the top left side of the map we have the red Terran player, it is Zero. And in the bottom right side of the map we have the blue Zerg player, it is Neuro, representing Exile 5. This is part of a giant replay pack that Neuro sent out. It does include both wins and losses. So please do not assume because this is somebody who frequently submits things to the channel that it's somebody who only sends wins, because no, I do not allow that to happen. I will not let my subscribers know who's going to win before they even watch the game. What's the point of that? Where's the fun? Don't look at me. Anyway, Neuro's a pretty chill dude. If you're Zerg, you're looking to get better at Zerg, I would check out his Twitch channel. There is a link in the description, as well as his YouTube channel. Has a lot of fun stuff too. Extractor, or rather, that is a refinery. Boop, boop. Coming on up here for the Terran player. I have my list of names ready. At least I think I do. Where's my list of Reaper names? Anyway, it looks all the world like a Reaper expand. We have been sorely disappointed before, but I have a good feeling about this one. I have a good feeling about this one being something that we can actually name. And I have a good name ready to go, so check it out. We have the gas income popping on in. We have about 30 gas right now. Moving on up closely to that 50 needed to throw out that early Reaper against the Zerg, and it's something that makes a lot of sense. So come on, man, you can do this thing. There it is, and it is a Reaper. Woohoo! So this is Reaper Stan. Reaper Stan was suggested quite a while ago, I think, on my channel. Haven't gotten around to casting it until just about now. Those of you who have names on the list, please be patient. Please be patient. We'll try to make this thing work for you sooner rather than later. Reaper Stan wakes up, has his morning cup of coffee inside the barracks, says, I wonder if I am assigned to patrol duty today, and nope. The assignment comes on from high. You're to go out there and kill the Zerg swarm. Reaper Stan is not super gung-ho about this, as the mortality rate of Reapers against Zerg especially is about 108%. But he's going to move on out here anyway. It's just so rare to see a Reaper live into the late game at all, or live through an entire game. It seems almost impossible. But nonetheless, the Reapers strap on their armor, strap on their jetpacks, pick up their Gauss pistols, because they believe that if they don't, they will be summarily executed. And that's what gets them up in the morning. Reaper does try to kill some Lings. Killing Lings is nice. Hopping up on high grounds is not nice. Look out, Reaper. Don't go on the creep, Reaper. No, Stan. Stan, get out of there. Okay, off creep, thrown down the KD8 charge. Has no kills, but has 10 hit points. Getting out there, waiting for the combat drugs to heal him up. Oh, it's not going to happen because he's in combat. That's actually kind of ironic, considering they're called combat drugs when they don't work if you're in combat, although they are right now. They just have to not take damage. KD8 charge knocking that queen away from him. Very smart. Got one Ling kill. Got something of a scout. Actually, did he see that Roach Warren? Stan saw the Roach Warren. Nice job, Stan. All right, Stan, you are one of the better Reapers we've seen on this channel. Well done. Well done, my friend. Meanwhile, our Terran army is making a factory with a tech lab, possibly tanks into a starport. That tech lab could be swapped over to the starport for Banshee production, assuming the factory does nothing with it at this point. What are you going to do? What you going to do? Just waiting. I think he's really just waiting for the starport. Possibly a Banshee opener here. Stan, no. Stan, run. Stan, do you have any more kills? No, you do not. Getting shot at by queens is not what you want to do. That is bravery, though. He deserves a bravery medal. Going in there when there are queens on the field is almost a death sentence. I mean, those queens have good range. They hit hard. They don't worry about that Reaper is fast and throwing out KD8 charges. So, good job, Stan. Comes all the way home. Does not die. Is given a hero's welcome and a return for scouting out that Roach Warren as early as he did. That was a beautiful play. Throwing down a bunker in response is not a bad move at all. So it looks like a 2-base harassment here from Neuro. Going for a lair, so perhaps not that, but he's going to send some roaches across the field anyway now. There is a tank here. So at some point, Zero did make a tank when I wasn't looking. Starport is not using the tech lab, and another tank's coming out. So tanks on the high ground are a way to deal with this. Stan, no. Stan, run. Stan, KD8 charge, throws down in the face of danger, and hops up onto the high ground. Stan lives. Stan lives. Has dealt a lot of damage. Tank on the front lines, daring the roaches to come near, because there's another tank coming out any time now. But no, he does not have to worry about getting shot in the face by roaches because he has his own personal medevac. Flying around, trying to see what it can do. Nope, not going to be a 2-base aggression at all. Neuro is in fact going for a third here. Here's lair is complete. He's now getting a spire. All right, so some mutas on the way. And flying tank trying to kill stuff, which is fun. I mean, roaches are just a little bit too slow to deal with this. Go ahead and land on the high ground, get some free shots off on these roaches if they try to run home, which you could do. It's just a little bit late for tank harassment right now. But Zero's going to try to make this thing work anyway. Getting some shots off on that hatchery. Not really worth your time, Zero. I would really try to go somewhere where I can hit workers. or roaches or queens, you know, anything like that, really. 2 queens, again, do not attack the tank. Attack the medevac with everything you have. Once that medevac is gone, the tank is also dead. It is excellently, completely removed from the map at that point. Speed on the way for the Lings that Neuro is planning on making and currently making. Marine tank seems to be the composition of choice here for Zero. So let's see exactly what he does with that one. Does he have any upgrades on these Marines yet? I don't think he does. Stan's just hanging out. Stan, get out there. Do some stuff, man. No upgrades whatsoever. No combat shield. No stim. No +1. No +1. Tank on the high ground again really wants to kill that hatch. I just don't see it working. Again, Queen wants to kill the medevac, getting a couple extra shots on there. That Queen might actually die. One more shot will do it. Is there a transfuse available? No. Queen, once again, not worrying about the tank fire. Can they get the medevac? Nope. No. 6 hit points remaining. It is still alive and happy to report. So meanwhile, a Marine drop back here does kill a few drones. Might actually take out this Queen, and they do. Man, Marines are good. No upgrades on these guys, mind you. No upgrades on these guys. Killing Lings, slow Lings, so terrible. Roach is a lot better here. Are they going to stand in and try to do this? They kill a Roach. They kill a second Roach. Non-upgraded Marines, ladies and gentlemen. So good. Such a good unit. Killing these drones, trying to kill more Roaches. Another one does die. Doesn't actually get any kills to his name whatsoever. These guys are efficient, man. The mutas pop out. He's not afraid of mutas. These guys are Marines. Unupgraded Marines, mind you, but Marines nonetheless. Speedlings, though, mixed in. A lot more scary. Boosting out. Oh, no. Is the Mutaflock going to catch you? Nope, Mutaflock decides not to chase after, at least until it's too late anyway. Oh, maybe, can they find it? They're doing a bit of a search pattern here. Can they catch the medevac? It's going to be close. I feel like I am narrating a nature documentary, and the Mutalisks make a hunt, and the stalking out for the medevac. The medevac is able to boost away at the last second. Stan the Reaper! Stan the Reaper is here. He's going to help to deal with this Ling infestation, and indeed, he is going to get himself a couple kills. He has 1 kill now. Missile turret popping up. Wow, I'm swapping all over the place with that accent. I'm going to stop right now. But yes, Stan is still alive. We're going to do that reminder for you. Where is he? Is he mixed in with this group? Marine died, but Stan did not die. Stan is on the front lines because he's fast. It's kind of a problem. He's not very tanky, but he's dead fast. Mutas do try to take out the add-on. Yes, the reactor dies. Possibly another reactor contaminating the barracks. I like that play from Neuro. Not many people do that. And I just love it because it really slows down production. It slows down upgrade timing. Can really help you win this type of a game. Stan, no. Stan, no. Oh, his Marine brethren get targeted down because they can attack up. Oh, his inability to attack things in the air has actually saved him for once. Nicely done, Stan. 2 kills to his name, popping around, defending the mineral line against Ling incursions. Oh, look out, Stan. Stan not taking any damage at all here. The Mutas do try to take off another tank. They do. They get a tank. They get another. Wait, was that Stan? No, that was a Marine. That was a Marine. Where's Stan? Ah, crud. Did I miss Stan's death? No! No! Where the heck is Stan? Clicking Stan. Clicking the portrait of Stan. Oh, there he is. There's Stan. Gotta watch out for that hopping animation you do. Alright, so Stan still lives. Mutas are killing workers over here, though. Who cares about Stan? There's muta attacks going on. Stan is no use whatsoever. I think he's hotkeyed in with the rest of the Marines, which is not great for him. Not super fantastic, but you know what? It might work out in the end. We're going to go ahead and get it on Stan here for just a little bit more time. There he is. We'll keep an eye on him that way anyway. If he dies, then we will know. 4th base on the way for Neuro. His 3rd base is up and very, very saturated. 59 to 57 total workers. 0 is supply blocked after these little bits of harassment trying to take down supply depots, which is not a bad move at all for Mutas. Can they get that missile turret? No. But they can kill the SCVs repairing the missile turret. It does come at the cost of a couple Mutas, but it's probably a fair exchange right now, as it's 57 to 53 workers in favor of the Zerg. 18 drones have been killed and only 8 SCVs. So those early attacks by Zero have really paid off. Trying to do a Marine tank push. This does not look good at all. Oh boy, Roach's Ravagers getting right on top of those Marines. The tanks getting killed, not being microed very well whatsoever. Pick up the tanks. It doesn't matter. Zero wins the engagement in what I feel like is a pretty unfavorable situation for him. But hey, Zero making it work. Trying to kill one of these overlords. Blorp. And a scan. There's the scan. Scan getting rid of those creep tumors, slowing down that creep spread, and going right after the Marines. There's nothing to defend here. There's a small scattering of Roaches, but these tanks are destroying everything, except for the fact for that attack from the back is causing a lot of trouble now, forcing the tanks to lift off. The Marines are left alone to this point. Muta's trying to take out the tanks, trying to get rid of some of these Marines as well, recognizing that getting rid of the tanks means the Marines are much easier to kill. Neuro does focus those down first, and now Zero is in a full retreat, or rather should be, and he is. Choosing to retreat back on to whence he came, and standing only to lose a lot more stuff. So don't do that, man. Don't stand and fight when you're outnumbered that badly. Bunch of mules being tossed on down. Barracks on the outside. Interesting situation here. More and more roaches coming up here for Neuro. Is he just going roach all day? Does he even have an infestation pit right now? Structures tells me he does not have an infestation pit right now. So no sign of a hive here at the 10-minute mark, which seems a little bit out of the ordinary. But I suppose Neuro is going for the very famed Roach Ravager attack against a Terran player, which can work, or it cannot work. I don't know. Lings, oop, getting destroyed there as well. Medevacs leading the charge, not really where they want to be, but it's not their fault. They're faster than most of the things on the ground that they're supposed to be following. So here's a very big attack here. +1/+1 on the Roaches and the Ravagers. +1/+1 on the Marines as well. Tanks have no upgrades to speak of. 15 Roaches in production. Neuro looking good. 167 and 138 total supply. Soon to be about 180 total supply. And trying to push up this ramp. They catch a tank that doesn't even get into siege mode. Just stutter. Stepping forward. Corrosive Biles landing on his own units mostly there, but that's okay. Nice dodge by Zero. It's just Neuro has the bigger army at this point and just steamrolling through everything here that Zero has. More Corrosive Biles landing. Zero's at least not taking damage from that, but taking damage from pretty much everything else right now. Get inside that bunker. Get inside the bunker. Oh, the Reaper died at some point. Didn't really pay attention to that, unfortunately, but it's gone now. Corrosive Biles landing on that command center as it's building. More reinforcing Roaches coming on up. 162 to 115 total supply. Just absolutely blistering through all of this defense. Any tanks in production? There is a tank in production and some Marauders, which I like that choice of some burrowed Roaches mixed in here, allowing them to heal up very quickly and also possibly surprise some Marines that try to come their way as well. These Marines coming out of these barracks are just in a terrible spot. They absolutely get massacred right there. Does Neuro want to push in or just kind of try to keep Zero on his toes right now? I suppose that's a possibility. Barracks does end up burning to the ground. Corrosive Biles and landing. Woo! There it is. Tank on the high ground. Zero. It looks like a very slow bleed right now. Corrosive Biles landing and dodged fairly well. A couple Marines died there, but Neuro does not care. He's pushing right on through. He does have that +1/+1. Working on +2. I'm not sure he'll actually ever need it at this point. SCV's pulled off the line as well, trying to deal with this attack and actually might be able to push back the swarm for just a second here. No, I don't know that it is. Marauder on the high ground doing all that extra damage to the Roaches, which is exactly what he wants to be doing. He already has 2 kills. Soon to be 3, possibly? Nah, somebody stole his thunder. Somebody stole his thunder. More Roaches coming up, trying to burrow the Roaches that are injured, trying to kill supply depots. Tank on the high ground does force a slight retreat here from Neuro. And Corrosive Biles landing, hitting, yes, killing a few units there. Incredible death animations on display. Meanwhile, Roaches have been killing everything here at the 3rd base. It's 33 to 57 total Harvesters. Roaches do die. Neuro technically retreats, but he did a lot of damage. A lot of damage during that attack. Roaches are trying to get rid of this refinery before they're cleaned out by, for example, tanks and Marines and Marauders. But meanwhile, again, it is 33 to 57 total workers. Resources lost is about 12,000, 13,000 for Zero, and around 15,000 for Neuro. So interestingly enough, we do see a more cost-efficient defense there from Zero, despite the fact that he's lost a lot of stuff. It's just Marines are cheap, I guess. So 138 Marines have died. 108 Roaches, 9 Mutas, 8 Siege Tanks. Stan the Reaper, unfortunately, did succumb in one of those battles. I'm not quite sure where it was. Neuro's now moving into a hive at this point. He's getting that +2 attack I mentioned earlier. And a couple more Mutas to replace the ones that died. This drop trying to do some stuff, but that's a lot of Muta. That is more Muta than probably you want to deal with. The Marines do want to kill the Mutas and could be able to do so, but once the medevac's gone, they're kind of stranded, and now there's really nowhere for them to go at all. So they decide to head back home as fast as their little stemmed legs can take them. Taking drugs is definitely the way to do things, kids. Just listen to Falcon Paladin. We have a lot of workers on this one mineral field back here. I feel like Zero would be much favored or much benefited from removing those and putting them somewhere else, like maybe down here or maybe over here. Scanning and killing a Zergling that was preventing the expansion to the 4th base from Zero. It's 123 to 186 total supply. Going the Roach Ravager is Neuro. Again, what I've said, past the 13 minute mark, it's really hard to keep this going. But considering he has such an advantage, such an upgrade advantage, although +2/+2 has completed for Zero, and there just aren't that many units here. It's 198 to 124 total supply. Neuro's looking fantastic. 64 to 39 total workers. A small hit squad of mutas flying around, trying to kill Marines, trying to not get shot at by missile turrets as well. Tank in the front gets focused down and killed there by the Roaches and the Ravagers. Prosobiles landing on the high ground, not bothering to dodge now. A couple medevacs die in the meantime, but coming up the ramp, maybe not a great idea for Neuro. He does decide to back on out just a little bit here. I mean, Zero's down to 103 to 160 versus 165. APM for these players, 250 for Zero, about 300 on so from Neuro. Prosobiles being tossed down once again. They really haven't made too many hits, but just their ability to zone out the Terran army is what makes them pretty darn good. Are these still... Roaches in the production line. Oh, that's not where you want them at all. You don't want them killing your units that are just coming out of the barracks. Those guys are new, and they're not good fighters. They can't fight the Zerg swarm in that situation. Some creep being pooped on over here. Just making sure that Zero doesn't take a sneaky base over here. Overlord spread fantastic, actually. Making sure no ninja expands have happened. As that's something you really worry about as Zerg, is you kind of keep your opponent contained to some level, but then a ninja expand comes on in. There's a planetary fortress here. Oh boy. I don't know that Neuro wants to do this. I'm not sure that's in his best interest. Does manage to retreat with a screen of Prosobiles following behind him there. Inject would be nice here with the Queen, and she does. Oh, on command, and even queuing up injects. Again, I haven't talked about this in a while, but if you have a Queen with a lot of energy, you can queue up as many injects as she can do. What that will do is the hatchery will spawn larvae at a rate as though you're doing automatic injects until those extra ones do manage to expire. So it's nice. It's nice for players who can't keep on top of their injects super well. The pros don't use it that much because they are pretty much doing perfect injects the entire game, which is insane. I don't know how they do that, but they do. Small drop from Zero. If he's going to get back into this game, it's got to be drops. It's got to be killing this economy. It's got to be continuing with the upgrades. He is working on those +3 attack, which is useful. And yes, dropping back here exactly what you need to do. Killing some drones, keeping the army back. There is a Ling run by right here, killing a bunch of his drones as he is killing, or his SCVs, as he is killing these drones. Is this Queen alive with +2 armor? She is not. Definitely not there. Bam, taking down the medevac. All these guys are completely out. Meanwhile, Ling's still killing stuff, taking that missile turret down to burning. Ling's on top of Marines. These SCVs trying to repair the missile turret, and they do. Lings get cleaned up by the rest of the Terran army, and Neuro once again forced to sit back just a little bit. 53 SCVs killed, 28 drones killed. It's still 53 to 35 workers, but maybe mules are good. Mules are good. Look at how even that mineral count is right now. The problem is Zero has no gas income whatsoever at this point. He's killing creep tumors. He's doing what you gotta do. That +3 attack is going to be so useful if he can get it. There are ultras on the way. I didn't forget those. Definitely ultras coming up, which is going to be difficult for Zero to deal with if he has a very marine-heavy composition compared to Marauders. He has no ghosts, no liberators, really no tanks either, and ultras are really made to deal with pure bio compositions. Another Roach run by here. Neuro can afford to do this, getting right on inside the main base, and he is, excuse me, pardon me, they say. We don't know how to kill each other yet because we don't. Trying to threaten this base. Did he see the ultras? He probably saw the ultras. How are the upgrades on these guys? +1 attack and 6 armor, which is pretty fantastic. Chitinous plating has finished. Ooh, additional armor on the way. Roach is just dealing with units as they come out. Oh, what great positioning by Neuro. Nobody's going to join this army for quite a while. Can the ultras do this thing? Stutter stepping like a madman is Zero. He just doesn't do enough damage, though. I think all these ultras are alive. Ling's on top of everything, too. Overstimming a little bit, which means the Ling's every hit kills somebody. Kills a man, which is not what you want to see as a Terran player whatsoever. And just stutter stepping his way all the way back home. Planetary Fortress trying to kill some stuff. Can the Planetary Force deal with this? The repair is real. The Ultras on top of everything, though, trying to get on in here. Reinforcements come in. It's not a good place for Ultras to attack. They recognize that, and they get out. 2 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills, and 4 kills. Planetary does end up falling. That is most of the economy for Zero. One Ultra dies. There are still 3 here. Ling's coming up the backside, trying to prevent this stutter step cutting action from happening. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Just standing on in to kill some of this structure for Zero, and backing up once again is Neuro. It's 132 to 75 total supply. The orbital command does end up falling, not lifted at all by Zero. His attention is elsewhere at the moment. APM over 300 for Zero, over 500 for Neuro right now. Prosobiles landing on top of everything, hitting his own stuff a little bit there. Not what you want. See, eventually you can whittle down these ultras if you can kind of keep kiting enough. It's just very difficult indeed. 7 armor on these guys now. The +3 attack has finished, slowly trying to stutter step to a win. They kill another ultra and another one. What? These guys are amazing. Look at them go. It's just Zero has nothing left. I mean, these guys are heroes of the Dominion for sure, but It's not looking good. It is not looking good. A Ling Ravager, good surround possibly by the Lings could happen here. And there it is, the GG from Zero. Zero is defeated and Neuro is victorious. Yeah, that was kind of a slow bleed there for the last 5 minutes or so. Neuro was able to kill a lot of workers, only 20 to 30 workers left for Zero. Yes, mules are good, but in the end, losing the planetary fortress was the death knell. Losing this one was just kind of the final nail in the coffin, and then he buried him right about here. Those ultras died, though. Keep that in mind. 6 ultras were killed with no ghosts, no tanks, no liberators at all. A couple more were on the field, which is fine, but in the end, it was really... the ultras absorbed a lot of damage, allowing the Ravagers and the Lings to kind of clean up this bio. Zero did the best with what he had, but he didn't quite have the tech to fully destroy it. So Neuro takes the win. And today's Zero is unfortunately our loser. And that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.